why they don't work out, and how in this new millennial the era, how it's hard for like people to stay together, and how people cheat, why they cheat,
Mm.
and all that. um, so there's something called relationship karma, and that's basically like, let's say you're in a relationship, you're in a relationship, but you entertain someone else, you sleep with someone else,
Mhm.
and something else is going to happen back to you, relationship karma, just like regular karma. So how do you feel about relationship karma? I'm gonna start with you, Stephanie.
All right. I believe that relationship karma doesn't really happen in that relationship per se. It can happen in the next one. Um, and if you're entertaining somebody else, that means that your current partner is lacking something, whether it's physical, whether it's um, emotionally. The person is lacking something, so the person's gonna find it in somebody else elsewhere.
Mm. How about
Okay.
you? What do you how do you feel about relationship karma?
I agree to an extent. I
Hmm.
think sometimes it could be that person too. Like maybe they have trust issues,
Hmm.
so that's just how they move. It's like, you know, I'm gonna get cheated on, or this might not be forever, so I'm gonna just live my best life.
Mm.
Or the thrill of
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, let me see if I still got game.
Right. Oh, that too. That too.
Well,
Just what
I definitely believe in relationship karma, but um, I think once somebody gets to the point where they actually start doing things in the relationship, I think they should possibly already start to debt it, try to look for somebody else and debt it, because I don't really be thinking people be thinking to do cheating things until they get to the point to have to. So at that point, they don't even care about the karma anymore, because it's like I wouldn't even be doing this if, you know what I'm saying?
my thing is this: like, some people, they don't want to leave the relationship because they can't leave the relationship. With a lot of people, especially like in our generation where we're living with our significant other, um rent is expensive,
Hmm.
especially in New York City. Rent is
Hmm.
expensive, and
Definitely.
it's just easier to stay with your partner. Even as stupid as that may sound, that is the reality of a lot of people. Like, they can't leave, especially with a lot of women that, they feel like they can't leave because um there's no other route, to go, as far as, doing it on their own. And it's tough, especially when there's a child involved.
um, just to happen on that, I agree. Just because you're comfortable, there's a routine
Comfortability.
involved. Let's say you guys have your incomes. Like you said, what if a child is involved? You don't want to break that away from the child and create trauma for them in the future. But you have to have some kind of common ground where you either walk away or you stay.
But do you
And
think they should talk about the partner about that? Like, do you think they should basically say, like, we know we're in this situation right here. We know we're in this situation where we got to pay the bills together. We got to do everything together. But we both know that we're not feeling each other on a certain level anymore. So do you think that they should talk about that and possibly do the sleeping in different rooms route and stuff like that? Or do you think they should just still, for kids or whoever, just still, I guess, fake the funk, meaning still, you know,
you
fine.
sacrificing your happiness.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
So
As sometimes you can't even do that, especially with a toxic partner.
mhm.
Like, when it's over and it's over, you try to, okay, let's sleep in different rooms. It's not going to work, because one of you or both of you will make it uncomfortable for the other partner, and you will feel like, why do I have to fake the funk? Why do I have to be here and act as if I'm still in love with you when I'm not, and I'm actually seeing someone else? So somebody, as old as we are, sometimes we get immature, and we feel like, we need to prove a point.
Agree.
Mm,
And that's like huge in relationships, I feel.
definitely.
And I see that a lot with a lot of people.
For sure.
All right, can love be faked?
Why you
You laughing
laughing?
for?
It definitely, especially when somebody has a lot of money or
Mm-hmm.
materialistics or something like that, it's easy to show the fake love when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to that. You know what I'm saying? But if that person don't has that, I don't think it could be faked. Is because you get disgusted with people,
Mm-hmm.
no money or no nothing. You can't take it no more. You're like, man, fuck that. I'm out of here. You know what I'm
Yeah,
Mhm.
saying? But if you got what they need, you know what I'm saying, they'll play that role for a long
for a
time.
long time.
Right. I agree. I think, can real love be fake? No. Like if you really have a feeling for somebody, if you really vibing with that person, like if that's someone that you really want to be your lifelong partner,
Mm-hmm.
that can be fake. But this day and age, I feel like a lot of relationships go off of the clout of like, oh, like we're gonna go to Tulum and we're gonna do this and
Mm-hmm.
that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes some relationships can be fake in that level,
Mhm.
and or bought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah.
I feel like a lot of the times, love is more fake now than ever before.
Definitely.
Like, and not to put it on any sex in particularly, but women tend to go for the guys that can, you know, get the most expensive clothes, get them trips, and not to fault anyone, but just to say that love is like a lost art now. People are like, I've done all this for this one person, try to work it out with him, and you know we ended up not working. So I might as well reap the benefits of being with somebody and getting um all these perks as far as trips, expensive clothes, and all that.
Right.
So
You can
like
hear it in the music nowadays too.
it's
From
in
the
the music,
music
it's in
that
the culture now. Like
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
it's in the culture.
That's why when I'm talking to like younger guys, younger people, you know what I'm saying? Maybe when I was younger, I kind of like promote like n- anti fuck these bitches.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, the reason why is because it's basically like if you continue f these, you know what I'm saying? F we curse on here?
Yeah, you could.
Or if the anti, fuck these bitches is basically just like bringing it to the next generation that we're not going to be able to find what we want. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
When I feel
yes.
like maybe you might have been in a bad relationship with one person or it didn't go right with that person, but I feel like you should continue to go on. So if you got somebody who's kind of f these bitches, f these bitches, f these bitches, and you got younger people who's listening to that, how they ever going to get to the next who they want? Because they always going to go into it with a negative mind naturally.
Anything
You
is
know what I'm
gonna.
saying?
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And as a father of a son, you know um I want my son to be able to find love, even though I myself feel like it's a dead, it's a dead thing. I want my son to grow and flourish and be able to find somebody he loves, and the stuff that we hear about now. Love is something like we hear about. I don't know if any of you experienced real love, um but it's something that, like, it's like a myth kind of to me, and I want it to be something that my son finds. I hope to find it. I'm still
Mhm.
looking, but um I just don't want it to be something that's just a myth. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Agree.
Do you feel like you you haven't found it, or do you feel like you found it before and you messed up to have lost it, so you think about this person like, dang, that was one of the good ones that you let go? Or do you just feel like females that you've been with over time, you just know that was not the one at all?
I thought I found it. I thought I had it, um and it turned out to be nothing like what I had. Nothing that like what I thought.
Mhm.
So basically, without mentioning, the obvious, I was with this girl, and she was like, her whole life was a fake. It was like a whole, and knowing that, she knew that,
Mhm.
but she used that fake lifestyle to, to kind of get me, get with me, and it worked up until a certain time where, we started living together, and at that point, you really can't hide who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You could try, but you can't hide who you are, and so finding out things, and then finding out other things, and then it just became, oh wow,
So she faked the love.
fake. No, I mean, I believe she loved me, but she faked who she was, so I didn't really love her. I loved who I thought she was.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Which was crazy
Got it.
and scary, and it just not it wasn't what it was, you know.
Mm.
So
I have a question.
Hmm.
Can we measure love? Like, I had a guy tell me I loved you more than you loved me, and it's like, but I did love him. It's just maybe our love languages was different.
Right.
So the way I was expressing my love to him may have not been what he was looking for, but what I knew how I knew how to love him.
When you're in that situation at the time and you're actually going through that, he's saying that, I don't think that those two people know you're not for me, because it's like a magnet on the opposite side. You know what I'm saying? You remember back in the day when you put it clamps, but if you turn one on the other side, it just doesn't
yeah,
go.
north and
Mhm.
south.
By
Yeah.
him feeling that way or him asking you that early, it's like, oh, I still like him. But if we can see the future, you could already see that y'all going downhill later because of the way he feels.
Right.
So I feel like it's just basically should just clamp, and that's how you know questions like that wouldn't come up. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, you know,
But then he's questioning his own love if he's saying, you love me more than I love you."
Mhm.
So he's questioning like,
he
do I
felt
love
like
you?
he
Yeah.
loved more. He felt like he loved you more than you loved him.
Yeah.
Or
You're
maybe
not
he felt like you
affectionate?
weren't doing enough.
Or showing too much than he was.
Are you affectionate? I mean, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? If you're not affectionate with a man, he's probably gonna think you giving your affection somewhere
To
else.
That's
someone
true.
else, yeah.
That's
Niggas,
true.
you know, we play the
He's
hard
avoidant,
role, but
yep.
we want some affection and that teddy bear shit. So, you know,
It's true.
anybody. So that's possibly why he felt that way, is because maybe he's trying to show you affection physically or whatever, and you
Mhm.
just like, I'm watching TV or doing whatever I'm doing.
Yeah.
But you know,
Mhm.
You're being like how a guy normally would be, you know, in a relationship, and
So
like
I was
so
the
he
guy.
feels like
but I think that you will be that way when you. That's what I'm saying. You don't know that that's not. But when you find a person you want to be with, you're just naturally gonna be affectionate.
Right.
Mutual. Yeah.
And then where it's not gonna work again is when you find a dude who don't want. "Oh, I'm playing the game. Get off me." And now
Mhm.
you're like, dang, I had this dude
Mhm.
before. So it's kind of
exactly
like always. It's
regret.
always, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Right.
So,
Now, how do you feel about relationship boundaries?
but 1 second, my bad. I'm sorry to cut
Now,
you
go
off.
ahead, go ahead.
But I just to go back to what you were saying about your son, I feel the same way. I got two sons. I got a daughter, but my oldest son, I told him the same thing. Like, you know, maybe we've been throughout things with relationships or messing with different girls or maybe multiple baby moms, some men, you know. But at the end of the day, I don't preach that to my kid, and I make it. And he's when they get to a certain age and they listening to the music and everything, and they understand what the songs are saying and stuff like that. You basically got to tell them like, you don't want to be out here with this many baby moms or this whatever whatever. So
Mhm.
you know, I kind of try to make an example, like if I'm watching a movie or something, to show him like or like in, you know how they show the memes or the thing where you see a person when they're young in a relationship and then you see him at 60, 70, they still
Mhm.
together.
Mhm.
You look at that shit, you be like, damn,
Right.
Can I do
I
that?
miss that. You know what I'm saying?
Can I
I
do
miss
that?
that. Damn.
No.
So I try to show him that, like, yo, go for that.
Yeah.
Who's to say if they're gonna listen or not?
Right.
But like he said, you know what I'm saying? He want his son to find real love, you know. So
Now with those people from like back in the 30s, you know, 1940s, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like women just turned a blind eye to a lot of things, you know, that nowadays they will not, you know, look away for at, you know, like don't get it twisted. Our granddads were cheating too. You know what I mean? Our
Mhm.
grandmas, you know, they were having their own side affairs and things, but like they would turn a blind eye to it, you know, and okay, you know what, I didn't see that, you know, or you know, he'll get better and he'll change, he'll stop.
Yeah.
I feel like divorce is so easy. They made it so easy nowadays that like, yeah, okay, I will get married and then yeah, we'll get divorced.
which
Easy
we
way
all
out.
know it's a lot
It's
to
the
do with
easy
the
way out.
social media, of course, because at the
Social
end of the
media.
day,
Yeah,
nowadays,
leave it for later.
yeah,
The social media.
definitely. Yeah,
I'm
definitely.
telling
But you
you.
know, I know I'm going deep. We on the third question. We getting deep already.
We just
But
getting
that's what, because
started.
there's so much, because you can see so much now.
Yeah.
You know, like for instance, if you before Facebook, before all of this MySpace, before everything came out, if you went to school with somebody in the 60s, you might have not ran into them until 1993. Like, oh
Mhm.
shit, I ain't
Mhm.
seen you in
Yes.
30 years.
Mhm.
Yes.
But nowadays, I'm keeping in contact with people I knew since kindergarten. Like,
Yes.
damn,
Yes.
I didn't
Watching
see
their
their kids.
stories.
I watch, you know
Watching
what I'm saying?
their
I know
kids.
everything. So it's
And
the
I
fact
had
that
a
you
crush on you, you know, back then, and now I see you now as a grown woman, and like, yeah,
Different.
Most definitely.
you know, I seen you grow up. You know,
Mhm.
it's
Most
like you're
definitely.
the girl next door.
So that's why I feel you couldn't see so much like you could nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like if you lived in a small town, no social media, and you're in a town, it's like, even if you let me go back to this motherfucker, right? Let me go back home. But now you want to gram titties, ass from a man's point of view or from a female's point of view.
Listen,
the scam, money, this. So it's like, they can act on it now. They act on it more so now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I like that challenge, by the way.
Me too.
The bus challenge.
Most definitely.
But I'm saying, yeah, it's true. Like, whether you want to believe it or not, social media is dating websites. Whether you want to believe it or not, because it's like you're putting yourself out there.
That's what they start. That's what the guy started it
Thank
for.
you.
Because they white dudes, no girls, or whatever. You see it in the movie. I don't know how true the movie was, but and then now everybody turned into politics, this and that. You see, don't holler at me on here. This and that. I'm like, what the fuck we supposed to do?
Saying,
Like, I thought this was
and
okay.
you're posting your best pictures there. You know, you're not gonna post like, you know, just a random selfie that you took. You're posting your best pictures, you know, with your best features, ass, titties, you know, all that. You're posting it because you want people to find you at, you know, your peak, your best. So, you know, when someone sees that, they're gonna, you know, proposition you, you know, and it's just
towards that.
Well, then they added the word thirsty. When you add the word thirsty, it ruins the world.
I think only people are thirsty when they're not attracted to you back.
But what about the thought of persistence? Because I've seen people get played, and then
wind up
with the person like, dang, my boy.
But you see, what that actually is, you know, she was entertaining someone was entertaining her until that ended, and now she's okay.
True.
Yeah. Let me get.
Now she's
I ain't never look at it like that.
That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I ain't look at it like that. Damn.
So, like in a relationship, the boundaries, you know, are like, you know, what your partner likes, you know, what makes them feel safe, what makes them feel, you know, uncomfortable. And a lot of the times it's the guy, you know, worrying about all the girls' needs and wants. But, you know, they never ask us about our needs and wants. Why do you think that is?
Communication. I think the guy needs to be as mutual in interest, just like a woman should. So if I ask you like, what do you want, or what do you like, or what do you don't like, you should speak up. You know, let's have a conversation. Like, let's not say you should assume that I wouldn't like this. You should assume that I wouldn't like that. So
most of the time it ends in like a toxic argument.
Right.
You know, but I mean, listen, I can't even say, because that's, you know, the toxic relationships that I've been in the past, and those were immature girls. But, you know, to meet a girl who, you know, will listen to me and understand, you know, the things that I don't like, you know, things that I'm uncomfortable with, you know, that's big. That's huge.
In my opinion, I can honestly say I don't think that's all women. And you know, like I was saying about the fuck these bitches, if you say that, then you put it all in one category.
Yeah.
So I don't want to feel just because my boy or my brother or whoever feels a certain way that I want to say, because I honestly just think that's the me ass bitches. And you can spot them. So like you said, you might not see it at first because they live in a fake lie, making it seem like they're all about you. That's a part of what you were saying. But then later on, you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think everybody in like in the honeymoon phase of a relationship, everybody fakes the funk. Like you're not, you know, everybody like lies about what, you know, who they are initially until you find out and you're like, all right, well, I could deal with it still, you know. But everybody, what do you think? Do you put on before, like in the beginning of a relationship, do you put on like this persona that you this, you know, person that you're not?
I personally don't. I think what you see is what you get. If you want to know something, you want to ask, just don't be scared of what the answer is gonna be. So I don't. Mm-mm.
How about you?
I feel like sometimes I do.
Okay.
and that's like in the hollering, the hollering.
But you mean
hollering.
on social media? Or you mean in person?
I'm saying like, let's say, you know, I'm courting you, you know, and that during that courting stage, like, you know, you kind of put on a little more than you actually are, you know. You lead me to believe that you're, you know, this perfect person that, you know, it's just not really that perfect. But you're still all right.
Right.
Okay.
You know.
Like I put on my flaws, but sometimes I feel like it's the other way around actually. Like I don't actually say everything that I do. In the aspect of like I have two jobs and I run a business. So sometimes I feel like I have to say, "Oh, I have a job and a business and that's it." And like
Mhm.
leave out the extra
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want the other guy to feel intimidated that like, "Oh shit, like she's about her shit. She got this, she got that. She's like this." Like so sometimes I feel like I got to like just kind of like breadcrumb it a
From
little bit.
analyzing people's relationships, from what I've seen, just analyzing it, you being around people in their relationships, I say I see people seem to be together when they like kind of like just accept all of the flaws. Like I've been around some of my dudes before. It's like we chilling in the crib, whatever we doing, just relaxing, and their girl came through. The girl kind of flirts with the guys, his boys a little bit too, kind of flirt.
Mhm.
But he kind of know that's how
A
his
little too
girl
friendly.
is. But
Like
he knows I look, let's not talk about the actual going there, the actual sex. Let's just talk about just being a flirt. He knows.
That she's a flirt.
Yeah, she like you. Yeah, she like you, my dude. Like they don't. Now, mind you, that's not
Open
everybody.
relationship.
But my question
He
is
ain't
open
touched.
relationship. What's the intention?
That's basically like, all right. So look, that's basically like this.
to be liked.
It's basically like, yo, I will want a female go out, hang out, right? Go with her girls, have girls' night, right? One of my boys see him because she dubbing all on him, dubbing fun, and they like, I'm out, going home to my nigga. When she get home, have fun. I don't. But she partied, popped it, everything. But she 100%. I 100% know, which I haven't had this. I'm just saying, it's like a visual that she's coming home. She just wanted to have fun. So that's basically what I'm saying. Like I don't want to say flirt, like oh I want you or whatever, but she might be flirting. But he kind of knows that. He's like, oh, that's how she is. You know what I'm saying? Once I see people who just like they just accept the flaws and the certain things that the other partner do, and then this year goes by, then the next year goes by, the next year, and then you be like, damn, y'all been together forever.
Yeah, but
But
see, my thing is, hold on, because
Ooh.
with that, hold on, because with
Break
that,
it. That's what I need.
flirting,
That's
that
why
that
we need.
leads to cheating. I'm
And,
sorry,
think
and
'cause
so?
toxicity.
it's
Like,
it's
that's
very
toxic.
toxic to me because like I know it's what you're talking about. I've seen girls like that. They're in relationships, but they are extra friendly.
Mm-hmm.
They're so friendly, like, you'll think she's single. And if I think she's single, then next dude thinks she's single. You know what I mean? And it just takes the right guy with the right words to woo her.
But then it goes back to what you were saying earlier about relationship boundaries. That should be a boundary that she should know
That she
Mhm.
shouldn't cross.
that she shouldn't cross.
What
with,
just
with
the what the
with
partying,
homies.
Right.
the
No, with
partying, or
the
just the flirting?
just the flirting.
And
Like-
that's what
But
and that's
not
why I asked
definitely.
earlier. I said, what was the intention?
That
Like,
doesn't
you
seem
said
to
be
make this
liked.
in
But my
particular
thing
man
is,
mad
as
though.
a man, if you know your girl's like that, you know certain places to bring her, like, or have that conversation with her.
But
You
it's
see,
a-
but
There's
it's
no
now it
reason
comes to
why
the
if there's
fact,
a
like,
fight party, you bringing your girl, like you know how she is.
Mhm.
That's I'm gonna
see-
be with the boys type of night.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
you see, and then comes an argument. Why don't you ever take me out? Why can't I be around your friends and things like that? See, I had the reverse kind of girlfriend where like I would take her to these things, I would take her places, and then like if she didn't feel comfortable, she would just be quiet, and she would be like, everybody's noticing her energy is just off.
Mhm.
She would just shut off and just be on like to herself. And people will ask me, yo, what's going on with her? Like, what's up with her? Is she all right? Is she cool?
Mhm.
And it would end our night basically. So it's kind of like a yin yang. Yeah, you got to know your partner and know where's the right places to bring them and when it's time to leave them home. But the funny thing is, like, she always wanted to go. She always asked me, okay, I want to go with you to the gym. I want to go with you to your friend's house. And then like when the attention wasn't put on her,
Mm.
then I want to leave.
That's
Mhm.
insecurity. That's insecurity.
Definitely.
It goes.
I think that's what gets you cheated on.
You
A
know,
little bit insecurity gets you cheated on.
my thing is this
Yeah.
about cheating. Like,
Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
cheated in my life. I've never cheated in my life. And I feel like, no, I'm serious. I've
Nah,
never cheated in my life. On a girlfriend, I've never cheated in my life.
We talking realness.
We're
Keeping it
talking
real,
realness.
You know what I'm saying?
I
You know,
appreciate that.
my thing is, if I feel like, the relationship is getting to the point where no, I'm not comfortable,
Mhm.
then I gotta go. You know, I don't care if I have to live back at my sister's house or if I have to, whatever the case is, I have to go because I won't feel right. You know, and it'll be plaguing my mind like every minute. You know, that's just me personally. I know dudes that will just sit there and just whatever.
Right.
That's what I was saying. Like a lot of people who've been together for a lot of years, we've seen them get cheated on, or we've seen certain, but it's like something gets them to the next year and to the next year. And then, like I said,
Rent.
they didn't been.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you're right.
saying.
Let's take it back to the beginning.
No,
Can't be just
I'm so
that.
serious.
Mm-mm.
I'm so serious.
Comfortability, you
You
think
want to
like
move back with your
Comfortability.
mom? Like, you know, who wants to do that?
But then it goes back to like the question: are you willing to work it out? Like, how severe was
No, here's a new
was
question.
it? Was it texting your phone?
Right.
Was
Here's a
it...
new question. After being cheated on, can you take that person back?
No,
One and done for you.
no. Like if I know that you slept with someone else, no. But if it's like texting your phone, also you're entertaining people. Let's talk about it. Like, what's up? So
So how about you? If you've been cheated on, can you take him back?
I've done it. I've done it before.
And what put your mind past the insecurities? Like what put your mind, at ease, saying that okay, you know what, I could trust him again, and we can move past this.
Trust was definitely diminished. Like the trust wasn't fully there,
yeah.
but we lived with each other, and
What?
that was
Oh
a
my
different
God.
situation.
From experience, what I
Yes.
noticed about that is like, you get cheated on or something happens, you're not with the person. Like,
Mhm.
let's keep it at cheating. F you, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you, scum ass, hoe ass, bitch. All of that type of stuff, you done. Then months or however long goes by, you do be missing them, right? Because you had a good sexual relationship. That's why you with them. And then when you get back to, then if a person gets, well, me personally get back with them, it's like now you my slut.
Mhm.
Now you my thought. But I want you still though, is because maybe it's like a sex fiend thing or whatever. Like the
But at
sex
the end
is
of the
that
day,
good or whatever. But it's
even
like
with that,
you not my love no more. You my thought. But I now I play that fake love role that you were saying, like, oh,
To use her
I
for
can't do
sex.
that. I can't do that.
because
Because
everybody's different.
We're comfortable now with
Because
that.
Right, it's like
because
you cheated
because
for
sometimes like you said, it is the rent and stuff like that too.
It
It
can't
is the
be.
rent, but sometimes people be having some good ass sex. Sometimes
Yeah.
you can't get over. Sometimes everybody for a man bust quick or this and that, or a female
So,
smell
all right.
something. But sometimes you have some good ass sex.
So
You
wait,
can't
hold
get
on.
over this
I have
shit.
a question.
Steph, so you never went back to a guy because he had good sex.
But that's just me enabling toxic.
No, you still fucking, but you
So
don't
you
love
never-
her no
Right,
more.
but I would go back just for dick.
No love though.
No, like
Nothing?
that would just, first of all, there's feelings. The feelings probably didn't go away, or it's just enabling feelings. Once again, it's like we both know we cheated or whatever the case is. We're gonna have sex. Where are we? A situationship.
It may not even be like, you guys cheated. Maybe you guys just broke up, mutually. There's no beef, but you haven't found anyone. He hasn't found anyone. Can you see yourself doing that?
Mm-mm. I'll just heal on my own.
Because a lot of girls do that just so they don't bring their numbers up,
Bring the
the body numbers up.
Which
They
is
do that,
which
and
is
it's very
which is
very common.
Which is it's a little bit of respect in that.
Yeah,
That's respectable
because
a
you
little
don't-
bit
you
because
don't-
you ain't no
You're
hoe.
not trying to thought
But
it
you
out.
also, it's like you respect them, but you also like, what's the word? Basically, like look down on them a little bit. Like I respect you, but you a weak ass person.
Yeah, because like
You a weak nigga or a bitch. You
Right, so
weak.
you're devaluing the female either
Both.
way.
Both. I mean,
But what about
definitely.
the
I don't
man?
even
It
know.
is. That's
what
what I'm
about the
saying.
man in the situation? Because if I wanted to do that, like if I wanted to just keep fucking you, because I know we have a great chemistry, and I don't want to fuck somebody else, like what does that make you? Because we like you in it too.
Yeah, and you saying, all right,
So you diminishing
That's
me.
me.
So here-
but
so
you-
here's-
you,
so here's-
right, you downstairs.
so
too,
here's something
I'm-
else. Here's
I'm
something
come
else.
up.
So now,
That's why we
How do-
got
how
to
do you-
chat. You feel me?
spicy.
Different views.
that's a fact. How do you feel about? All right, two single people, a male and a female, both single, right?
Mhm.
How do you feel about the man having sex with several women and the woman having sex with several women? What do you call those people?
Oh.
They're both hoes.
Tots.
Dots. They're both dots. Is what you
Yep.
said.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what it
Now,
is.
so can you see the guy finally settling down and being with someone?
Knowing that
He's a
He was,
thought?
yeah.
He was a thought,
Oh, he was.
knowing that he was.
What triggered the switch on some? Oh,
He
I
met
see.
he met someone, and he fell in love.
I'll give the benefit of the doubt.
I think the age got a lot to do with it.
It does, but some
Cause
mature
he's
faster than
26
others.
and he's still getting his life together. He's not gonna
Mhm.
settle. But he's 30, just got this whatever job, and he got it all together. He probably gonna settle.
So just now, same question for you. A female, mad bodies. You gonna wife it?
I'm gonna keep it straight up and down real with you. Yes,
Okay.
but it's levels to this shit. Meek Mill voice.
Shit.
Because my dude, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? You can't judge people off that. You know what I'm saying? I think people do change or whatever, or people, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I think people do kind of like settle down with being like sexual, like beast type stuff. So at the end of the day, if she was sleeping with people or having fun and she's ready to settle down and she 100% is ready to settle down, I think that go for it. Maybe I'm not gonna lie, when I'm younger or whatever the case, a little bit younger, I'd say hell no, whatever. But like I said, life experiences
Mhm.
make you think like I'm not gonna miss out with something was better for me because of that. That's why I don't promote, like I said, fuck these bitches and shit. Fuck these bitches, fuck these bitches, fuck these bitches. You'd be like, damn, if we continue to talk
Have
about
that
that
energy.
and shit, then we ain't nobody never gonna find nothing. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
It's true.
And like I said, it's a confidence thing at the end of the day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't getting cheated on or whatever, especially like, it's the like because a female don't want to cheat on this dude is
Mhm.
because it's niggas that, you know what I'm saying? Like my boy Bakari, he's funny over here, you know what I'm saying? We got much more to talk about, of course, probably, and we got a lot of stuff about relationships, but and you know what I'm saying, like with females or whatever, like when you're a confident brother, you could give your bros props, pause, whatever the case may be, or whatever, pause to the max type stuff. But my boy be in the gym, my boy be on his shit, whatever the case. So he posts himself, he posts, you know what I'm saying, his results and all of that type of stuff. So there's females out here who see that, you're like, the fuck, I'm cheating on that. Fuck it, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's the person. You dig what I'm saying? Me personally, I can't say that I never cheated, but I know for a fact that I don't go into stuff to cheat. It's what happens in a relationship that make me be like, oh, but I know for a fact, like I stay focused on what I'm doing is because at the end of the day, you don't want to go to the crib smelling like nothing, or you definitely, females probably be thinking like guys don't feel guilty. Like we do it without just, you know what I'm saying? I can't say some guys probably do it not guilty at all, like fuck it. But we be guilty sitting there playing the game or something feeling bad as hell. So at the end of the day, a lot of guys say, I ain't even getting myself involved in all of that.
Right.
And like I said, we line up a whole bunch of women, hurt a whole bunch of like hurt men or whatever. Nobody would think that that's facts, but it is. You know what I'm saying? Well, not facts, but what I
Yeah.
feel is facts. Like, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Okay, now how do you feel about a clingy partner? Someone who's all up on you all the time.
If you're a Cancer or whatever, maybe the sign like Cancer's like that type of
Yo,
shit.
I'm
Yeah,
not gonna hold
Cancer.
you. My hairstylist
I'm
is a
sorry about
Cancer, and we was definitely talking about that. I think there's something going on over there, but I don't like clingy partners. I'm very independent. To put my sign out there, I'm a Virgo, so I'm very like,
Mhm.
and I don't like to be stopped.
Mhm.
Clingy. I've had a clingy partner in the past, and I'm not gonna say it's not a good feeling, but you feel like you're mushed, like you stop, like back
Mhm.
off, like. But then how do you say that to your partner, like without hurting their feelings? And then if you're doing too much, is a bad thing, but if you do too little, it's also a bad thing. So it goes back to like the boundaries. Like I'll tell you, I wouldn't know how to tell the partner.
I kind of always liked it a little bit. Like I
Yeah,
was watching.
guys, we like it. I
Like
like it,
Mm,
but to an extent.
what's an extent?
Like, if you like,
Like FaceTiming you on the guys' night? You okay with
yeah,
that?
like, if you like too much, just don't be too much. You know what I mean?
What's
Like,
too much and what's too little?
There's
look
the
at her trying
measuring
to take
part
notes.
again.
Now they taking notes.
too
Exactly.
All
much is
right.
like you said when you hanging
Mm.
out, when you with your boys and shit. Like, give me
Exactly.
a little second. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get a little quick minute to hang out. But too little is, like I said, no affection at all. You do too little.
Yeah.
You do too little. That's why, So, what you think?
Like I said, like I like clinginess, but not too much,
Mhm.
up to an extent. Like when it makes sense. Like if we together, you with me, and we sit on the couch, you clingy, you want to be on me, that's cool. But when I'm at work, when I'm at the gym,
Okay.
in the boxing gym, when I got boxing gloves in my hand, I cannot answer you.
Got it.
I can't answer your message. I can't do that, and I've had issues with that before. And like with that kind of crazy clinginess comes accusations. Now that's the worst thing, is when you start accusing me of things that I'm not even doing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I hate that.
And it's an argument.
I hate that. And it's like,
That's when they look up to their partner. When they start acting like that, they think highly of you. I think.
I don't know, man, because you got to think I'm an
Yeah, I mean,
asshole
doing
to
that
think
is- but
like
the-
I'm in the boxing gym. I'm in the regular gym. I'm at work. Everybody knows what Just know he's my man. He knows, like, yo, this dude's busy. Like, what time do I have to cheat? Real talk.
Mhm.
Like, there's no time for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep myself busy, not just because of that, but because that's how I like my schedule. Always with something to do. So, and I still get the accusations. I still get accused of things that and it's crazy.
I think that's why like baddies be liking, like, you see a lot of baddies with
I just
like
be
ugly
chilling.
niggas, or you see baddies with fat niggas. Fat and ugly niggas be getting over the baddies because they know that they relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Oh yeah, like they want to give. All right, let me give this ugly nigga some time. Like, let me give him some
Hey,
play,
once he
because
bagged that-
I've been through so much shit. I just don't want to be hurt no more.
Maybe
some-
maybe she don't find him ugly though.
They always, that's what I was saying. They always playing in the beginning. It's the persistence. It's that every time she turn around, he's standing there like, damn, this nigga.
Mhm, yeah.
And then all of a
Get on
sudden,
my
next to you,
knees.
like, damn, now we together. I'm like, how the fuck did you
But-
do that?
But just you, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mhm.
Even baddies get cheated on. Even
Definitely.
baddies get left because they think some girls and some guys think that, like, all right, after we're in a relationship, we're together, we don't got to do nothing no more. I don't got to do anything anymore to court you, and it's not the case.
I think
Correct.
men, I
Yeah.
think a lot of men is actually in this world, this entire world of cheating, if they actually get women, is because I've been around hanging out with my boys, and like we
Don't throw nobody under the bus.
not at
All
all.
right.
It's not this
No
this is
names.
the facts, no names at all. But I've been hanging out with my boys before, and his wife or his girlfriend,
Mhm.
this girl always on my back, this and that. But when we hanging out, and excuse my language, utmost respect, he don't even get no bitches. So it's like, damn, you hollering at your boy like, where they at? And she's tight with him every day, and he ain't putting not one to the honey. You know what I'm saying? He ain't bringing not one around. So it's just like, calm down. You know what I'm saying? But now, like I said, it's just some people, at the end of the day, they just naturally just could get that. So at the end of the day, we could be the victims. Men could be the victim. Titty, you'd be like, damn.
Now
You be grunting your teeth, the titties in there. It's like, damn, how can I stay? You know what I mean?
another thing in relationships is not just about going out. It's not just about you going out and doing your thing, but like, what about your own alone time? Like, how we dudes, we like to chill. We like to just be in our own zone. Some dudes like to play video games. I'm not one of them though, but some dudes like to play video games. Some dudes like to, they have their own hobbies, their own little. Where's the time for that?
There should always be time for that. You should always have some type of self-care, self-love regimen in your life, like whether that's music, painting, like maybe I could do it together, but there's always got to be something that you do alone.
Alone. Yeah.
Definitely. That's why, like, they go get their hair done. Female, go get your hair done. Go do that with the girls,
Yeah, go to
ladies.
the
night
Go
out.
out, just do
And
something.
then us, we hit the gym, play ball, and all of that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the clingy, like I said, they'll have him, his girl at the side. I can't stand to see
Bro.
a nigga in a gym with his girl kissing and shit.
Imagine, no, I don't know about it.
I'd
That
be like,
PDA.
yo,
That's a
take
motivator.
this
How
shit
do you
out of
feel
here.
about PDA? Do you do it?
Like, come on, babe.
PDA,
Yeah.
public display of
done it, I've
affection.
done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you?
The what? I'm sorry.
Public display of affection, like kissing in public.
There's
and
a
all
time
that.
and a place for everything.
Yeah.
In the gym, it would not.
It's definitely not one
No.
of
I
them.
can't stand. I'd be like, go. I'm like, Get on your
No,
barbarian
but
shit up
don't
in
get
here.
me
What is
wrong.
you kissing this shit
Like
for?
if we just did 20 burpees together, I'ma kiss you after. Hello, hi, give me a kiss. Bye. All right, let's do it. Let's do it one more time. Let's go. So
Right.
it's kind of like,
Mhm.
be cute, but don't. Again, there's a time and place for everything. Going back to the clinginess though, real quick.
Mm.
I have seen it for myself. I have friends that after they cheated on their man, they're clingy with their current man, so they won't seem like
Like they're gonna
that
cheat
that
on.
they so as a form of like, oh, let me not make it sus that I did anything, they start being clingy.
But that gets old, and that's like
But then
you
doesn't the
get
guy
tired
notice?
of that. Yeah, you like you feel it's being forced. Like, all right, now you just
Like, how come you doing too much?
you're
type
doing
of
too
thing.
much.
Yeah,
Basically.
yeah, yeah.
You're doing too much.
So I have seen that happen, and it's kind of crazy.
So have you ever been with someone
And
that
vice versa.
Vice versa.
have you ever been with someone that cheated on their current girlfriend to be with you?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you was confident when that went down. Like, well, I know that ain't happening
I
to
feel like
me.
it just kind of just happened. It just happened.
Because
just
females be on some territorial shit. They don't even want the dude. They just want to see if they could take him, fuck up
and
that
they
shit
love
The
over
that.
man
there.
too. What's up?
Men be doing that
Hold
Yeah.
on, we're talking about
I'm
y'all
still. I
now.
asked him, I'm a
Hold
dude. I said,
on.
men be doing that
Hold
too.
on now. So you felt comfortable with the dude? Steph, yeah,
Sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did you feel comfortable with the dude that left his girlfriend to be with you?
I did feel bad, but
How
No,
was?
you
I
How did it
won.
turn out? How did it
was it a
turn
good
out though?
relationship? Did you or he cheated on you too?
No. It kind of was like let's see where it goes type of thing, and then things happen down the road.
Did he cheat on you?
No,
You cheat on him?
we just both
Oh,
like
it was a
it was
mutual
a
break.
mutual thing.
Okay. And you said you it happened to you. You've been with someone that cheated on their girlfriend to be with you. How did that work out?
Yeah, we just stopped talking after a while. Like I felt like it was cool while it lasted, and then we just had to like part ways.
I feel like the thought of it, the excitement of taking another person's, love,
Mm-hmm.
it gets us sometimes like, oh man, like, this is exciting, and it's going to be exciting for only a couple months. And then it becomes, now what am I doing? Now what am I going to do with you? Where am I
But
going
then it goes into like, then you have doubts. Like if you
could
cheated
do that.
on the girl, for
Mhm.
me, what makes you think you're not gonna do the same to me?
Or that you don't got
Another
me
female
on
trying to
Right.
Tuesday, Wednesday
exactly,
when you don't want to see
exactly.
me.
on the just you ever been with a girl that she cheated on her man to be with you?
Most definitely, but I just kept him at arm's distance though. I don't wife her or anything like that. I just have my fun times with her and do what we do. But I never said I'm taking you from him and you're my wifey now.
Yeah,
It's because I'm already looking at it like, Daddy.
exactly. From a guy's
So
point of view.
but you felt confident that you had it. Like,
I didn't have to have the confidence is because I wasn't looking for more
Than just
besides just to have
and
the
she
sex.
knew that.
Definitely. Some females, all like I said, females and men, everybody's different. Some females just be needing like a little side Disney and go back, but month, whatever. The dude, you got to play your position at the end of the day, and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we go through things in life that train us to be how we're gonna be. So at the end of the day, I know how to keep my feelings in perspective. Like I've talked to a female who said to me, like, how in the hell can somebody have sex and not feel the person? And like I said, a lot of us men or whatever, we be fucking a girl having sex like love, like kissing face to face, everything. But then when it's done, it's like,
Saying I love you and shit.
I don't know about that.
Nah,
You took it to another level.
That's a bad word.
No, but I know what Justice is saying. Like, yeah, like in a guy's point of view, sometimes it could just be sex, and we know how to just keep it at that, and keep it moving.
Definitely.
But when a female does it, it's more of an emotional connection, and they feel
even with the cheating, my dude.
especially if it's good. Like if it's good, the girl's gonna like want it more and more and more.
I feel like if you a guy and you cheating, you have your woman, you're in love with your girl, you love your woman, you out cheating, not all the time, but you cheating or whatever the case may be. You come home, you love your woman, but I feel like your man is here. You messing with some dude, motherfucker throw you up in the air, get it in, whatever. You go home like, I think I'm having relationship switch up thoughts. Like,
Mhm.
so the sex made her, he dug it out. She actually thought about it like, oh, I might want to make a switch. But hey, this girl squirted everything.
Mhm.
I still want my girl.
Yes.
But the female, damn, this nigga, damn, I might gotta make the switch. So, like I said, with the cheating, it's like we going
Even if they
home.
don't have that mentality of I want to make the switch, they definitely think they want more of it,
Mhm,
and they're gonna get more, and that's what they're gonna get more.
mhm.
So
You know?
when it comes to the sex part, like you throwing her, doing all this, eating
Mhm.
her out, like eating her butt, like so.
What?
Are y'all having like are y'all having the same type of sex? Like you having the same type of sex with your
With your wife?
wifey, the same way you having with your side piece?
That's
And then
a
expect your
dependent on the
shorty not
person.
to,
That
like-
It depends on the
It's not
person. 'Cause
every dude.
some women don't even like getting their pussy ate. You know, some women don't even like. It's true. Some women don't like.
Which woman?
I can't relate.
You can't relate.
Some women don't like
Yeah.
all of that. You know, some women like to just just have sex. And it's just plain, and sometimes it could be boring. But she's good at everything else. That's your wifey. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And just some other women they just know what they're doing when it comes to sex, and it kind of puts correct me if I'm wrong, like a girl that's like, yo, she's bomb in sex, like, yo, she knows everything she's doing, she's very good. Doesn't that put you at, like, who else are you doing this for?
Mm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, wait, hold up. Like,
You could I
That's the
think like you could
question.
certain things when it comes to cheating and certain things with females or a person, I think you could really catch everything on feeling and vibes. Like you know when a female's fucking more than one person, but sometimes like when you fucking a female, you kind of be knowing yeah, I'm the father. Like because you could just tell, like you said, the clamping, you could tell the way she's like always around you. Or like you going in on a female or whatever, and then you be thinking like, damn, you fucked the same day or the next day. Like sometimes you fucking shorty, they need a few days rest. You're like, damn, I got to
Mhm.
get back to normal.
Mhm.
So if you fucking the next day or that day or something like that, it's like shit is disgusting.
And like I said, like, every female's different. Some girls don't want sex back to back. Some girls don't, want it all the time,
Mhm.
and you do, so like,
I want to know how y'all feel about real fast.
That also leads to cheating.
at least
Because
well,
if
in
the
my
girl
case, at
has
least, so
a high
being
sex,
like, listen, I think we need to, break, we need to,
figure out each other's sex language. Because
and
that could make it or break it sometimes.
telling you,
I mean, if the couple lives together, do you have sex every day? Because
I'm gonna keep it real with you.
that's
I think it's
I can't do it.
the male and the female. Like, yo, I've been around when you like the female, when you're sexually attracted to them, you just walk to the
But
bathroom, look
that's
at
the
that ass,
honeymoon
like, damn, we
stage.
come back. It's
Yeah.
like I think that's what soulmate is. I think soulmate is somebody you could have sex with every day. Like when you don't get tired of somebody's sex and you like a month, a year, mad time goes by, you like, I think you should at least give that person a chance to at least be in a relationship with you, or because that's possibly somebody, you know what I'm saying, is because
Mhm.
you could really get addicted to people's sex. You know what I'm saying? Like you'd be like, damn, so once you get to that point,
Mhm.
you got to try to see what's good with the relate. That might be for you.
I don't know. I feel like a soulmate
You ever been
is.
addicted to a shorty?
I've been addicted
Plot
to
twist.
girls, but like, it was just a sexual addiction.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, oh my god, like, I'm in love with her, like, and I need this and that. The girl that I was in love with, remember, she was fake. It wasn't real. So,
Mhm.
you know, I was happy, and I was willing to work on things, like, whatever she wanted. I was willing to work on it. I was willing to let a lot of things go. And then I feel like you become tired of doing that. Like, you get tired of doing that, and after that person, you're not going to do it for the next person. You feel like, no, I don't deserve to have to wait for someone to act right in order for me to be with them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's like you just become tired. Like,
I've been wanting to know like people's opinion on something that I like kind of like been going through or have gone through or whatever. And I'm glad in this type of setting right here, I can ask people to see what they really thought about
Let's
it.
do it.
All right, especially females. So basically, like females, like I've been in the gym. I go to the gym. I've been in the gym for a long time. You know what I'm saying? I train my son up. I trained some kids up and stuff like that. My boy knows. That's kind of like how me and my boy connect for years, because I know him from sports and the gym and stuff. But over the years, on he see me with my boy and shit,
Yeah.
he reach out to me like. So anyway, with females, right? A lot of females, a lot of people, period, but a lot of females be motivated by seeing you in the gym, seeing you, but they reach out to you like, oh, can you help me out? Can you work me out? Or whatever the case may be. So I say to them, like, I see it like, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind helping people sometimes, whatever the case may be, but I look at it like if you're not a trainer and you're a single guy and you take a female to the gym, say like a female's 200 pounds, 300 pounds, and you working this female out day to day, day to day. Mind, you're not a trainer. You kind of like helping, you can be a trainer, but you're not certified, and you helping them and taking them to the gym. And then all of a sudden,
I'll be right back.
you start to see like body changing. You start to see things. You start to like, damn, she's really going in. Like she really. So what naturally happened? You might get attracted to her. You might start to feel her, is because who wouldn't? You're like, damn. You looking at it like, this is my project. This is mine. You know what I'm saying? I built her up from the, from the ground up. Now, mind you, in her mind, she just wants the help from you. She just wants you to work out and then move on. So when, instead of beating around the bush and working them out, and then later on coming like, what's good with me and you, or a little smoother than that, but just what's good with me and you, then you like, then she like, oh, I'm not really feeling that, I don't really want that, or whatever the case may be. And you feeling like, damn, this my body, you know what I'm saying? Like I worked you out to go be good for the next man. You know what I'm saying? So with me explaining that to a female, with me saying that to them, I've seen them get like upset, like, or some not maybe upset, but they don't understand why I feel that way. Like, why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? And I'm just like, that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I had a girl, then I was helping them out. At least I know like I have my girl. So it's like, but then again, if I have my girl, that's who I want to be working out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be.
Even if you I think even just the perspective of
is that foul? Is basically like, is that like ignorant thinking?
I want to go back to that. The perspective of you saying that's my body, it's not your body.
Nah, that's just like definitely. You right to get to the technical like that, but
But by him saying that in his mind, he's like you put what is it?
Possessive.
Possession.
Yeah, making
like,
possession.
So that's why by you thinking that your actions are showing that too. So I think that's where
is he keeping it real? Is he keeping it real by saying from day one, like, I help you a little bit, but nah, I'm not really into that? And then is he being ignorant? Is he thinking ignorantly, or is he thinking like, he rather work out his girl, or he rather, power couple, like she said, after 20 burpees, kiss or whatever. You see somebody working hard, you got this girl doing 20 burpees, you want to give her a kiss, or you like, damn, I like this girl's determination, but she ain't feeling me on that level. That's basically, I look at that like kind of like using me for my training skills.
It depends. It depends if she's flirting with you while she's doing it. It depends on the way she acts.
But what if she's a flirt?
See, like, why are you a flirt? Why are you a flirt? Like,
why is anybody a flirt? What if I just like, I'm naturally a flirt, but my goal is
so and then like you can't like be surprised when he tries to take it to that level. You're a flirt, and that's what you get from everyone. Now I feel like it's a big issue in the world where women are sexually harassed on a daily basis.
Definitely.
And I know you guys could attest to that. Now with someone who's a flirt, now you just upped it up like a couple of notches. Now you're gonna make guys even more, aggressive with you and get angry when you turn them down. And you can't. I'm not saying you can't get mad, because absolutely you can. It's your body, it's your life. But don't you agree that being a flirt is what attributed to him like going overboard and going to that level?
Not all the time.
But because that's like that. That's that opportunist scheme.
Because that goes back to the conversation we had earlier about like fucking and sucking and what all this other shit. Like, if you fucking me good, I'm gonna have a reaction, right? So, yeah.
No, that's different, because we already have a sexual connection. So that's
but
different.
There's emotion, because now you would be in the gym every day. Now you seeing this, I'm flirting with you. You flirting, like, it's like a.
But like I'm saying, that just because you feel that way, the man training, or even the female may feel that way. And he may not feel that way, but I doubt it because he wouldn't want to be around her every day if he wasn't certified.
I feel
If
like
you're certified and you're getting paid, then you
oh
you
yeah,
got
yeah,
a
that's your
job.
job.
It's different. That's what I'm saying. I'm speaking totally off no
Mhm.
certification, no nothing.
But even
to accept
even
it, I
if,
like you.
even if, and like she's flirting, like once you start flirting, you open up a door of, you know, all types of stuff.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I feel like it could get to that point where, you know, you guys, you know, have something going on, and you know, but I think it should, you know, move off its own volition. Like you shouldn't just force it. You know, if it's going that way, you know, on both sides and it's mutual, hey, why not? You know, why not?
Yeah, definitely. And I just wanted to hear people's views on that or whatever, because, you know, with us talking about all this different stuff, like I've seen them get a little bit upset or whatever, but it's just like, that's just how I feel. And just be feeling like when females set their boundaries of what they want, or this and that, especially nowadays, they stick to their guns. So I kind of feed off their energy with sticking to my guns. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's a petty or thing or whatever, but when it comes to things that I feel, I stick to my guns, is because I know that a lot of females do stick to their guns nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So
So I know you keep saying it, like with girls flirting.
Mhm.
So just how do you feel about girl leading you on? Because flirting is leading you on.
Yes.
A girl leading you on and then shutting the door right in front of your face. How do you feel about that?
but well, of course I would be upset. I don't like that type of stuff, but and like for her to lead me on and then shut it off, do you think it would be something that maybe I might have did that shut it off, or she just blatantly
because-
just did it just to just play around with me?
It's probably
It's not-
like
sorry, go ahead.
sorry. It's probably like you guys flirting, and then when you be like, "All right, let's chill," she be like, "Nah, I'm doing something."
I can't stand that.
And then so
there's
like
that.
I
so
can't
like
stand that.
all right, so some females will have a male friend,
Mhm.
and there's always going to be sexual chemistry. There's always sexual chemistry when a man and a female get around each other, unless he's gay. But and they may be sexual chemistry even then, but there's always going to be sexual chemistry with a male and a female being friends. Now, how do you get that to be controlled? You know, the sexual chemistry between your male friends and you.
I personally, which I say on social media and make jokes. I might be joking a little bit, but people take it seriously. But like, I don't have no friends,
I don't have no friends
female
either.
friends. You're not my sis. You
Right.
dig? If I put you, if from today on, if you are my sis and I throw you on that level, there's no attraction there.
Unless you're my
From
actual
my point
sister.
of view.
Like you're actually my actual family. That's the only person I hang out with.
Most
I only hang
definitely.
out with my family, and that's it. I have no, you know, I don't have no female friends or anything like that.
But do you think that, as from females' point of view, which I like to hear both sides of it, is that ignorant thinking? Because sometimes they want friends. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes just because you might be attractive, male pause from a female's point of view.
Mhm.
Nigga, I just want to be your friend, even though, you know what I'm saying, you feel you know what I'm saying? She just want to be friends. So that's, oh God, I gotta miss out on a friend just because everything I come in contact with want to fuck me. Damn, I can't even have no friends as a
No.
female.
Do you have any male friends?
Yes. I was
You have
gonna
male
say,
friends.
I do have male friends.
Yeah, yeah.
And you have male friends?
So male friends does not mean that all of them either like you or wanna like try to get with you or have a chance. All my male friends that I'm close to, they know that yes, we both know that I'm attractive, but it's nothing.
How do you know they know you're attractive? They've mentioned it?
Yeah, they've mentioned it, but it's not like it's not flirting with me. It's not saying like they'll say
Let me
like,
tell
"Oh,
you
stuff you
something.
bad." I'm like, "Okay, let's move
Some
on.
girls
Let's do
some
this,
girls
let's do that." Like
some girls miss out on the subtle hints that guys give, you know? If he ever mentioned you're attractive, that's right there.
but
Like
I right there block it. Okay,
so like that's already like, okay, yeah, I'm trying to holler.
I'm not enabling anything.
Nobody said
So,
you're enabling. No, I didn't. Nobody said that. But for you to continue it, it's just like some guys are like, all right, I'll work harder. You know, you keep blocking me, I'm gonna work
No,
harder.
it's like the greyhound dangling the steak or the carrot for them to keep on running and they're never gonna grab it. You just got friends who's just willing to. They're willing to run this race for years and years, but at the end of the day, if they that close, they know you're beautiful. They trying to get you. He just running. 5 years then went by. This nigga has been running because at the end of the day, I just can't see that attraction, that physical attraction, male and female. You be around them like, oh, we're friends. Like I said, I think it's like partially gay, maybe.
But with these guy friends, I don't
Not
do like I don't go on dates with them and say, "Oh, that's my bro. Those are my friends." Like if we're in a group, yes, I'll invite male friends, but I don't do the "Oh, that's my bro." Like if I'm gonna text you, cool, I'll text you. That's fine.
Have you girls ever had a guy that you wasn't attracted to at first, and you see him, his friend, whatever, but as time went on, you just start looking at him differently? Like, dang, I never even seen you like this in the beginning.
Basically, and that's another thing why I feel like having male friends in a relationship while you're in a relationship with someone else, it doesn't bode well, because it's like, even if you don't have a physical attraction to someone, or even an attraction period, it can formulate. It can come on at any time. It's like onset thing. It's like seconds. Like you just look at somebody differently. Like, you know what?
No, but to take that insecurity away from you, you would introduce the partner like, "Hey, these are my friends. If we're at a house party, these are my friends."
Introducing, that don't mean nothing. Like he don't owe him nothing. He doesn't owe. I don't owe you. I don't owe your boyfriend anything. Like what?
Exactly.
Okay, point
You know
proven.
what I mean?
Point proven.
Come
point
on.
proven. But then if you don't get introduced, it's also like, "Oh, you trying to hide."
The easiest thing to do is just don't even entertain it. I'm sorry. Like, you know,
So you're saying women shouldn't have male friends?
I didn't say that, but women.
Money.
Listen, I said, hold up. I did not say that. I said women in relationships should consider like that male friend and like how far you go with them. Oh, like let's say you have a male friend. Like if it's a male coworker, not knowing anybody could do about that. You see them at work,
right?
You know, it's a work thing. Even though it's a lot of people at work, you know that you know what I mean, especially working in the hospital. You know what I mean? A lot of people at work just, you know, that's what they do, you know, but, you know, if you have a male friend, it should be kept at like a certain level. You know what I mean? And, you know, obviously you guys are going to want more than that. And which is, I find weird.
So can I reverse it on you with males?
Reverse it.
Okay. So female friends, female coworkers, if you're in a relationship, leave it to a certain extent. Can men do that?
I think that's an individual thing. I can't put that in can man do it, because there's some men who play it good and there's some men who fall victim to it, depending on, you know, how she look. You with her every single day, especially working like a house setting or something like that, like an agency type of job. You working in the house with a pretty female every day. She's flirting with you or whatever. But like I said, there's definitely men who don't go there.
Okay.
Can't. Because, you know, I don't know, everybody think everybody cheats or whatever, but like I said, I think it just has to do with the level of the person. You feel me? Every man ain't getting women.
So how y'all feel about
We think they are, but niggas ain't getting no bitches. A lot of people, excuse my language, like I said, but niggas ain't getting no. Nah, because you know, disrespectful, but niggas don't be getting no chicks. But you think they are. You know what I'm saying? Whoever thinks they are, but they ain't getting it. So at the end of the day, we cheating with. Nobody even wants you.
But like I said, like we said before, it's so easy now with social media. Like, you know what I mean? People get on your page, they start snooping. They're looking at your pictures, your best pictures at that. Oh, wow, this guy travels. Oh, wow, you know, this girl, you know, she's really, you know, chic and she dresses well. And, you know, I like that, you know? So I don't know if you guys agree, but like social media kind of puts a stain on relationships. It causes insecurities that should not be there.
I wouldn't be able to know.
You don't have social media?
I do, but I don't think I've been in like a serious relationship since I've had it, which is foul. It's been a long time, but I haven't caught that emotion yet to say. You know what I'm saying? But now I think about it, I have liked people or whatever, and then looking at their stuff. They might be somewhere and you feeling a little jealous, or you feeling. And then there's that
beach picture.
So if you feeling that way, and it's not your girl,
just there's that beach picture, and you're like, oh, okay, so this is what it would be like if you were naked. You know what I mean?
Exactly. This is, and then you start thinking.
Then your mind just takes off and goes into places that it shouldn't. but it does because we're human, you know, at the end of the day. So it's like in a relationship, your girl has social media and she's posting beach pic, you know, traveling pic, food pic, you know, just pictures that, you know, a guy would just want to hit on, you know, just going there. Oh, look, you know, I like that food, you know, I can take you out to go get that. And don't get it wrong. Like, if whether your girl's at work, she's at home, she's at school, wherever she's at, there's always going to be dudes hitting on her, right or wrong.
Correct.
You know, everywhere you go, there's dudes hitting on you. Everywhere you guys go, there's dudes hitting on you. Now, what do you do to, like, do you shut them off? Do you laugh about it? How do you handle that? Guys hitting on you.
They be picking and choosing. They
That's
be
what I'm
picking
saying.
and choosing.
You know, how do you do it? Your mic is on, isn't it? It's on.
It's just, oh man, it's hard, and I'm dealing with that because before I used to just like laugh it off, and then I got into instances where it's like the laughing it off was kind of like
Disrespect.
very more persistent now, and a little bit to like scary.
Do y'all know right away? Do you
damn,
know
now I
right
gotta-
away if you
Yeah,
want to
dudes.
holler? Do you know right away, as soon as you just look at a person, do you know if you want to holler at them or not? Or do you might take the number and possibly see how the personality and stuff is? Or do females just naturally just look like, okay, I'm hollering? Does it take you, how long does it take for y'all to like let it register?
I'm a Virgo, so it took me a while. I'm very analytical, very like.
So what you take the number?
Here
You
we
take
go
the
with the
number and talk?
Yeah.
with the signs.
Nah, yeah.
What does signs mean to you? What does signs mean?
No, I'm just saying as a Virgo, like we are very, like we're not impulsive. So I'm
Virgos
not
is
gonna
freaks.
just like.
So you.
What you started? What you
Virgos
started?
is
Jeff?
freaks.
What you started, Jeff?
So what are you trying to say? Like, right. You'll see.
Yeah.
But
No, every
so
time someone Virgo, they always took what, you know what I mean? They always freaks, Virgos.
so
We always.
so you're saying if a guy is hitting on you, and you take your time before you even, you know, formulate an answer or how you want to deal with it.
Right. Like if I want to friend zone you, or if I want to talk to you, if I want to just fuck.
Yeah, how long does it take for that to register?
It depends on
Takes
how
a-
you met the person, I guess.
Mhm.
Um,
In a
if it's
conversation, our initial conversation.
if there's a vibe, if
Chemistry. Yeah.
it's because some guys are like they think they got it, so they stuck up, and that
Yeah.
turns a female off. Like, nah, you don't got it. Walk away.
Yeah.
Bye. You know.
It's the approach
It's
pretty
very,
much.
it's very hard for a
Yeah.
guy to know how to read a female. It's hard. That's
Yeah,
like
it is.
a art that you have to craft. So like coming up to a female, depending on how she's dressed, will determine on what we say to you.
You're,
Right or wrong,
You're
Jeff?
asking. You're asking.
Definitely.
Telling.
I'm confirming.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
and
so
how,
you-
and
Depending
how
on
she's
how-
acting too.
And how she's acting. So like you
All right,
said,
so
you were
house party.
friendly.
house party.
Okay, at a house party. Now, what's she wearing?
A midi dress.
Oh,
Midi, like
mid
a
skirt?
long, tight. You can show
Okay,
her curves.
that's
kind of dress.
that's a little more provocative. That means she's there to have a good time. Listen, you asked. She's there to have a good time, and I'm not. Listen, no matter how the female is dressed or how she looks, I would never come disrespectful to any female. I would never come like assuming that I'm gonna get her. You know, so you know, that shows me that she's more comfortable. She's
Okay.
comfortable with herself. She's comfortable with her body. She's comfortable with who she is. So, you know, I would just approach it like that. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know, hold on. I think we got a caller.
She's calling you right now.
Hello?
Yes, hello?
Yeah, who is this?
This is Todd.
Oh,
How you
it's
doing,
Todd.
Nobu?
Oh, hey, how you doing? What's going on?
Good. First of all, I just want to start off by just saying I appreciate the show. I think we need more of this. I wish you all well as you take on and progress with this show.
Oh, wow.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
brother.
Thank you.
Definitely needed. And then shout out to Joey Parker for creating the platform, Reflex Radio. I'm loving it.
Definitely.
And I got to holler, bro.
Wow,
What's the current topic right now?
it's women and like how they dress and how guys would approach them because of how they dress.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give my quick thoughts. I think, yes, I think that so far I heard what kind of dress is she wearing? What's the venue? What's the occasion? I think certainly from how she dresses, how she, there's certain body language that she may give off, some vibe she may give off. And again, of course, I think for us men, we have to be respectful. We have to understand that just because she's dressed a certain way doesn't mean she might, be thinking of, sexual activity or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, this is where we talk about in terms of, women flirting and seeking attention. I think if you're single, you're alone, you're at a house party, and you're giving up those vibes, if you're not looking for something sexual, also I think the respect needs to be there on the females end. Don't give up vibes that you don't want, right?
Mhm.
Those are my thoughts.
That's definitely very good. Yes, I agree.
Don't wear the uniform. Definitely.
That's definitely a fact. Anything else?
So far, I'm enjoying the conversation. To your guests, I appreciate you ladies being there, and to just the conversation and supporting, Obi on the show. I think these are great conversations. The people need to hear more of this, and I thank you all for these great topics. Thank you.
For sure.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for calling in.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in. Is there anyone else that want to call in? I left the number. It's on the Instagram live. But definitely I agree with Ty as far as like
So just real fast, just to change it up a little bit, just to go a little different direction.
Mhm.
I know when y'all hear this, you're gonna be like, damn, where did that come from or whatever. But when it comes to breakups and stuff like that, and you have a kid together and stuff, how long do you think is respectful for a female to have a new man moving to the house around her
Move
kids
in
and
the
stuff?
house?
Move in.
Don't know, because she has to move on. She has
No,
to be
yeah, of
able to
course.
move
But-
on.
so
And
what's the time allotted, or in your opinion? Because everyone's different.
How old is the kid?
that's a good question. But just let's say younger kids, say like 5 and under.
Okay.
Of course, when you get to like 13 and older, or whatever, it's a little bit different.
Yeah,
they can
because
that's
advocate
what
the kids
I'm-
know
themselves.
who
They
they
can say,
parent
For sure,
is and
yeah,
stuff
they
okay.
could
like.
say like, oh, this one's doing this to me, and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
definitely.
But we're talking about at the adolescent age, 5 and under.
Of course, we're not gonna have the actual facts or just
No,
opinions.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
just a
saying?
scenario. Got it. Just like as a female perspective, the mom in this scenario needs to know what she's getting herself into and what she's gonna be probably bringing on to her child's life.
Mhm.
She probably doesn't want to get hurt again from her previous relationship. But then she probably feels like I want to have, a father figure or whatever the case may be for the child.
So you're saying like the interview process from
It has
them
to
meeting
be
has to be
lengthy. At
lengthy.
one point, yeah.
Now, what if the guy, he doesn't, he wants to move things along, and he's showing you everything, like, that shows that he's a legit, and he's there and he's along for the long ride, and he's showing you that early, and it's been a while since you had sex, it's been a while since he had sex, and it's and you just miss that person holding you at night. Women miss that.
Yeah.
So you miss that, and you want it, and he's ready, you're ready, so you're gonna maybe not move him in, but he's gonna spend some nights.
Yeah, why not?
When the baby's not there.
Yeah, when the baby's not there.
Yeah, but you're okay.
So how long before you say, which you probably won't be able to say possibly right now, but how long before you feel all right? Would you run that across your baby with your child's father about it? Would you speak to them about it? Not that you have to, but just for them to just feel comfortable with a new person living in the house with their kid and stuff like that. Do females do that type of stuff out of being spiteful?
Out of respect,
Yeah.
I would definitely tell my baby father, yes.
Mhm.
But also
Because hopefully
fine.
you can be on a cordial relationship with you and your child's father. Hopefully that's what we hope for. But a lot of the times it's not the case. A lot of the times someone, whether it be the father or the mother, someone's bitter. Someone is
I think
angry.
babies ruin relationships.
Yeah. Oh no, I didn't agree with that, but
Babies sometimes ruin relationships because sometimes it be so everything is good, everything is going perfect, and then you have the baby, and then all of a sudden things go left. It's like, dang.
Why do you think that is?
I think honestly, I think it's a territorial thing, because at the end of the day, when it's your first kid or whatever, everybody's still learning how to be. Once you get to more kids, then you kind of say, all right, I know how to be. But I think basically, like, if it's your first kid and it's both of y'all first kid, after a mom holds the kid for that long, 9 months, of course, and builds that bond up, you don't want a guy telling you what to do with your baby. Even, but look, one second. But look, one second.
All right.
So at the end of the day, if it's your first kid, like I said, oh, let me hold them or let me do this, you want to be engaged just as much. But what I've learned after, like I said, having more kids after, I say, like, this, like, for instance, if your kid is 5, 6 years old, there's places that I took my son that day that I took my son, I thought I was the best father in the world. Spent the money, bought whatever for them to grow up and say, I don't remember that day, not one bit. Not one day. You was like, I was the man that day.
Right.
And so that comes with time with the kid growing up. You don't know that when they're babies. You thinking every single. So like I said, you learn, like, how to fall back. So just to say, I think it messes it up is because it becomes a territorial thing and I'm a man saying this, you got to let her raise a baby a little bit for a while, 6 months, a year, and then pretty much just kind of sit back and wait for her to say, I need the help. I'm ready to get some sleep. Now, mind you, if we're not going to naturally, what? Oh, now I want to chill. I want to do this. And now you want me to take it? No, I wanted to. So much of that starts to, I'm not feeling this person. I'm not, whatever the case may be, or whatever the case, because I've seen females chase a dude when they have no baby. And then as soon as they have the baby, she kick him to the curb quick. Like, dang, how you do that?
Are you probably doing something wrong?
I just think that she just knows that something is coming. And you know what that is? You got to pay me every month or every 2 weeks or whatever. I don't need you. It's not saying I'm all about the money, but it's like, I got you regardless. You know what I'm saying? I got you regardless.
But
I want you.
A lot of the times, child support is only put on the father when the mother is, like, angry or when she absolutely cannot get a dime from the father. Then I believe that child support should be put on.
I agree with that, definitely.
But a lot of the times, because if you think about it, listen, I was paying $1,500 out of my check a month. She was only getting about $300 from that. A lot of the times, if we just be cordial and work with the father, you get more than that. You get more than what they're giving you. And you could have a nice, cordial relationship. Your child will be happy that, mom and dad gets along, they talk and things of that that sort. And what's wrong with that? But when you get someone who's upset about how, the relationship ended, you get someone that is not happy with, how you've moved on, and they feel like, I need to be a part of that. They want their family back, but they don't know how to say it. They don't know how to do it. And they just do immature, childish things. You get that. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It happens. So, it's very scary, because from seeing that, and, I'll be scared to have another child. I'll be scared to even, like, if I see my friend going through that, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go through that. He's giving up half his check, just for child support. It's like, why would you want to go through that?
Do all do females, if you have a child and the father's taking care of the kid or whatever the case, everything is going good, do you feel like even if he's doing that child support or something should be enforced still from the female's point of view? Or would you say, obviously, if it's happening, it is a spiteful thing because you're being petty, because he's taking care of you? So, I just want to know from a female's point of view.
Like I said, if he's a deadbeat, take him for child support. Take him and, get your money, because, the baby needs what they need, and, she needs help. You know what I mean?
But if she's doing it while he's taking care, that's the pettiness.
That's petty. That's very petty, because unless like there's certain situations, because you can't just say, this is how things should be. There's certain situations. So now, if she's like in a situation where she has absolutely no money and like she's suffering, I mean, but at the end of the day, you would help her out anyway. So you're not gonna sit there and see your son's mother or your daughter's mother suffering and not do anything about it, and just leave her to where she's at, and you have your own thing, and you can't do that either.
No, but a lot of women use that as a like an ultimatum, like, oh, I'm gonna take you to child support, and like then the man is like, damn, like, and then
I mean, it from woman's point of view, because some men get child support as well too in this world. I've seen some who say they get paid. I'd be like,
very
dang,
rare. It's a
it's
rarity,
rare,
but
you be feeling happy for them a little bit. Like, what? How the fuck you do
I
that?
feel like it's a win. Like, oh my god, like,
Mhm.
like that's a win. Like on our side, but
I feel like I was telling my partner, I was telling you before how I feel, I feel like to get off of child support is pretty much like, you got to go through it in the beginning because the kid is young. But if you're not being spiteful to the kid, meaning you are paying your child support out your check, you mad every check, but you still going to the parks, games, you put them in sports,
of course,
you talking to the kid, then you get a chance to tell them how you feel. Like they know, like I said, music and everything, these kids start to pick up on it. Like, damn, they'll tell you like, Dad, I know you're going through this, whatever. You'd be like, you jump a 10, like what?
That comes at a certain age. I would never bring any of the situations I'm going through with my son's mom to my son. I would never do that. Never. Even though she's doing that to him, I will never ever do that. Because I don't want him to ever think that Dad used to talk shit about mom, and Dad, he sees what's going on, and they're very smart.
He eventually
kids are very smart. He's picking up on so many things that like, I'm seeing like, wow, like, my son is very smart, by the way, and like, he picks up on so many things, and you just gotta sit back and wait it out.
That's why eventually, like you said, when you wait it out, when you go to court, when you go to child support court, when you go to court, they assign everybody a lawyer. They assign the kid a lawyer, and they assign. So if you 5, 6, 7 years old, you can't speak for yourself. You can't get your point across.
You have to also be mindful of where we at. Staten Island, Richmond County Court. They have a bias.
You think they're for the women more?
No. I'm not just talking about for the women. I'm talking about their bias, on black fathers. Okay. You know what I mean? So, and on top of that, they're for women. So like, despite how insane a story is and how like, much you see like, okay, this person deserves, custody because, he's well established, he's got room for the child, he's prepared, he provides, and he has the family, the support.
That still won't work, but they start to speak for themselves though. They let them speak for themselves eventually. It just takes some time. They let you speak for yourself. But 10, 11 years old.
Remember, you don't want to upset, mom. There's grooming, and there's, manipulation. And from parental alienation that's been done where the other parent won't let you see your own child. It becomes like in the child's mind, he's like, you don't want to see me. He don't know about that. They don't know about your mom's not letting me see you. I've went through that as a child, and my parents, I've went through it. And it's just trickling down. It's trickling down.
The famous words of my mom's: "They don't stay young forever." You know what I'm saying? Because that's how I pretty much, you know what I'm saying? I tell people, like I said, I make jokes on it like, I got the remedy. I bag it up and sell it, but that's pretty much the remedy. It's just to wait to them to get to a certain age that they can speak for themselves. I don't want to, you don't want to brainwash them or say the wrong thing, but once you go in there, you say stuff like, at the end of the day, you tell them you want to live with your mom, you'll only have your mom. But if you tell them you want to live with your dad, you'll have your mom and dad.
Yeah.
So with him saying that, it's like, oh, he's smart. You'd be like, you can live with your mom. Just tell him you want to live with your dad. Promise. Boom. Then bang the gavel. Now you can stay with your mom, but you have your rights. Now you can get off the child support. You could do whatever you got to do.
So and then put the mom on child support?
Nah,
I
because
even do
you
that.
could pretty much just have it 7 days and 7 days.
I've seen custody battles where they're really trying hard for the.
It's just as petty.
Exactly.
He's being petty.
Yeah, exactly, and it's like that gets you nowhere.
Right.
He's being nowhere because now, like, what are you making her suffer for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no need for that. Just move on with your life, take care of your child, and that's it.
I mean, maybe 7 times out of 10, which is still a high percentage. He gonna do that because what he had to go through to get to this point. But the the last 3 is gonna be like, man, I work. I just wanted my kid. I don't want your
Right.
money. I don't want
Yes.
none of that.
Yeah.
But a high percentage is gonna do that because of possibly what they. Oh, I got you. You know.
Mhm.
But how you want to set it up though is 4 days and 3 days or 7 days and 7 days is because nobody pays anything when
It's
you got
a
joint.
complete 50-50.
Because look, because when they go back to when they take that, all right, now they're gonna the kid goes into his lawyer asks him a few questions. The kid says, I want to live with dad. They'll ask you in different ways. The kid is smart. They'll ask him different ways. After he realizes he knows what he's talking about, he takes it to the mom's lawyer. Like, yo, you might want to negotiate joint custody because this kid wants to live with his dad.
Exactly.
And now that scares the moms. Like, oh, for real?
Mhm.
When he goes back to her, he presents it to her like he's scaring her. Like, yo, they got us on the ropes. This is what we should do.
Mhm.
So now she gives in. Now you win. Because at the end of the day, joint custody, you don't pay. You dig what I'm saying? But it's only going to get to that point with the kid get to a certain age. If they're not at that age that they can speak for themselves, you might as well ride it out and just deal with what you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
You got to go through it. And it's not really dealing with it, is because you are dealing with it because you're paying a lot to the kid, but just continue to just have the good relationship with your kid. You know what I'm saying? Because all of this stuff, what people don't understand, all this kid stuff and all of that type of stuff, fighting for the kid. And, I don't know if you want to speak directly about any situation that you possibly go through, anything like that. These kids get older and get disrespectful. And there's not every kid, but there's some kids make you feel like I wasted my life of just being there for you. And now you're talking to me like this.
Yes, because
we've done it.
You got to remember,
I did
where
it.
does that come from? That derives from somewhere. That
I mean,
derives
it's
from
different angles.
That derives from the other parent trashing you.
It also derives from music too. This rap music and shit
Yeah,
too.
but more so like upbringing and the way you were raised. Like if you're like I raised my son with respect, you must have respect, and and that's it. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. Because I come from a culture. We have that Black culture. African culture. So you're raised with respect, and that comes first before anything. So there's never a worry about my son being disrespectful. Because he knows already that dad has that voice, like when it's stopped, it's stopped. So and that's already established, and it's not going anywhere. So but as far as like feeling resentment towards your parents, that comes from the other parent saying something. Someone is trashing you to your child, and they're gonna have that in their mind. But a smart child, if you raise your child smart, they will know that when they get older, like this is wrong, and they can think for themselves.
Because I'm going through opposite of, say, possibly what you're going through, or what anybody. Like I said, I don't want to speak on nobody's business on the real, but I don't have any of that as far as child support or not being able to see the kid. But like I said, with my oldest son, everybody see the things I've been through, all the things I did for him. But I am at the point where it's like the disrespect or don't want to listen, So now I just present it to people, friends and people around of it. When you see him, it takes a village. You throw your knowledge out there.
Yeah.
You say, because
Absolutely.
you don't listen to dad anymore.
Absolutely.
And then if with you know it, but we'll get to know each other here. They'll see it later. But all that I do, the things they'd be like, anybody be like, I'm respecting this. I'm following what dad got to say. Yeah. But just because the outside world see it that way, like, I respect you. You my bro. People see me.
If I ever run into your son, I'll let
they
them
don't
know, but there's someone that,
they don't see that. Yeah, they see, like, they think you got it in order all the way, which you want to have it in order. But at the end of the day, this ain't the 90s or whatever. You ain't whipping ass and all of that like back in the day, is because ACS will be at that door. Yeah. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so once they learn that they got that on in their favor, then you could see, you say, oh, okay, they'll, you know what I'm saying? So, as fathers, we gotta remember that. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be able to tell people back there, because you become an OG in the game once you go through this.
Yes.
Because I could look at somebody with a 5-year-old or something like, relax. You got more to go, relax. But he don't know. He don't know that he has to relax is because he's fighting for what he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I got you. Well, we got to wrap up now. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Everybody, in this board, I want to thank all of you guys for coming and helping me out in bringing this first show together. We'll have many more to come, and we'll be just as excited. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.